best friends are always welcome through your door. But please don't piss us off, remember, we pay for your floor. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Phil.
No, I'm Sarah.
And I'm still here for some reason.
So what did you want for another episode?
Okay.
You're a delightful guest.
Okay, I'll take it.
You're a lot of fun.
I'll take that, thank you.
And this week's episode of the We Pay for Your what? This week's episode of
We pay for your 4-week installment on your car.
We pay 4-week installment on that sentence.
This week's episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast is sponsored by razors, because emo is coming back in style.
Oh, I knew you were going in that direction as well. I could hear razor and I was like, here we go.
Self-harm.
And in this week's episode, we are going to be talking about joints and their many papal uses.
Papal use.
Papal uses?
Does he mean people, but in a Devon accent?
Papal.
No, papal as in religious.
No, I got that. I was making a joke.
I want to start us off just because this is probably quite a big topic, and it's something I really wanted to do when we started planning to do the podcast again, especially in the most recent few episodes, because in the space between the last filming session and this one, I have gotten a job!
Yay!
So finally, after quite a few years, for the purpose of the tape, I just smacked Phil behind the head gently.
Gently.
For the purpose of the tape, Phil has no impulse control whatsoever.
We
For the
know.
purpose of the tape, Phil is very pleased.
So I got a new job, which I'm very happy with, because it's been quite a while since I had work, so I'm very happy right now. I'm not going to go into details about what it is, just because
It's on OnlyFans account.
it's not an OnlyFans account.
If you're in the Sheffield area,
There's only so many angles of a dick pic you can take, really.
Well, if you're in the Sheffield area and you go to the bathhouse, ask for Andy.
No.
Don't
No.
you want Gareth?
No.
Not Gareth.
Derek!
The only man I want in the bathhouse is Gavin from Autoglass.
Oh,
Hi,
don't
I'm
worry.
Gavin from
Don't
Autoglass.
worry.
Autoglass replace.
Anyway, so I want to, and we're not talking about Autoglass. I want to talk about what is any stories that all of us have, good or bad stories about new jobs. So like inductions into new jobs, meeting your co-workers for the first time, any particularly positive or negative instances of that happening.
Negative, all of them. I have to meet new people. I don't like it. They can all fuck off, let me do my job, and I don't want to know about your birthday, your kids, your dog, or your inflated gram.
I feel like you needed that, Phil.
Are you okay now?
There's a
Carry on the rant, go on.
Well, I've started working for a new company instead of telecoms company that we were working for before. Now we're doing insurance.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually something. I'd say useful. It's something that's needed because it's the law.
Yeah, it's the law.
So this is car insurance, and I'm just sort of mandolin.
Mandolin.
I am a mandolin.
Ding 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 ding.
It comes out as mandolin.
Why is the line as a mandolin a banjo?
Oh, is that a good drag name? But with mandolin being a Y instead of an I, or an I instead of a Y, whichever. Do you know Mandy Lynn?
That's
Mandolin.
quite
Oh,
good.
Mandolin,
I like that,
yeah.
Mandolin.
Yeah.
I
I
like
like that, that's cool.
Betty Banjo.
Yeah.
But
Betty
we-
Banjo.
Just
Betty Banjo.
leave the stringed instruments alone. Stop strumming. Fucking hell.
Stop strumming yourself, Andrew.
You alright, Sarah?
Sarah's died again.
Betty Banjo. Why?
It was the way that Betty Banjo die. Kill yourself.
Go straight to jail,
No,
Andrew.
the actual reaction was just Betty Banjo.
I was very upset.
Go
by that.
fuck yourself.
Phil,
Carry
continue,
on.
Phil.
Sorry, Phil.
That's it.
Mandolin.
There'd been a group of us who'd been selected to move on to this new campaign for the insurance management, and some of these people for the past 2 years had just been doing web chat. So for some reason they didn't know how to use a phone.
Right. Okay.
which should answer alarm bell, like red flag sign number one. Some of these people are the thickest, bottom of the barrel pieces of shit you have ever seen. How they hold employment, I do not know.
Right.
I don't understand how to log into this thing. Well, it's the same way that we've done it for the past 3 days. Figure it out, Susan.
Oh, wow.
But then we have group chats for any problems. And you know, we're still within our first couple of weeks. I only had just finished my first full week on this new thing. And so there's going to be learning curve, getting used to where to point certain queries, which departments.
Why did they point certain queers then?
That too.
Point out the queers.
How to point out the queers, how to
Capture the
correctly
queers.
ridicule
How
and
to
shame
skin a
them
queer.
in line with our equality
Tan a
policy.
queer.
Can you say how to skin a queer?
Is that the R-rated sequel to How to Train Your Dragon? How to Skin Your Queer? For the purpose of the tape, 3 of the 4 people around this table right now are queer identifying, so we can make these
I'm in
jokes.
the minority.
And you're the one that made the
You're
You're
joke.
the
the
minority.
straight is the one that made the joke.
Tell us how
Therefore,
you really
fucking
feel.
heathen.
therefore, it's a hate crime.
Yeah.
Yeah! We can have you sued.
Tell us your true feelings.
Hey,
I'm gonna have
one
fun
of my
making
best
that
friends
film
is
for
queer.
us.
I can say that
I have a queer friend.
I have a queer friend.
You have many.
I'm not. In fact, I think bar Chris. I don't think I know any straight
Imagine
people.
if Chris turned out to be queer now. That'd be
Well,
it.
it's too late because he can
That's it. He's stuck.
You've literally
It's so-
superglued him inside your vagina.
Hi,
We're
Chris.
one now. Together.
I wondered what that noise was.
Remember, what's this weird human centipede thing where it's just his mouth on your clit?
Would you not if you could? Anyway, carry on. What was it about
What
skinny?
You
specifically-
wondered why I was fucking myself with that prick stick, didn't you, Chris?
Specifically his
Smells like
mouth on my
coconut.
clit, or
And dead horse.
Hey, Clarissa's mouth on your clit, Phil.
yes, specifically his mouth on my clit, or are we talking any mouth on my clit, or any mouth on me?
Any
what
clit
are the
on your
parameters?
mouth?
You're,
Where are you going with this,
you're,
Phil?
you're the contract expert here. What are the
Listen, I'm
parameters
just
of
the
this?
ideas guy.
And even then, they're few and far between.
So I may make no sense.
Sarah,
That's
like
your
to,
job.
What are
like
the
Tagine
terms?
Wednesdays.
Welcome home.
What are the terms and conditions of your vagina, Sarah?
I don't read the fine print.
I don't blame
Told you,
you.
I'm just the ideas guy.
We just click the I agree
I
to all
can't
terms and
read.
conditions.
I
at
just
this
yeah,
point.
looking at the bottom.
Yes, it.
I just disagree to the sending notifications.
Yeah. I don't want any email
Emails,
email
no,
updates.
email
on any
It
of
doesn't
those.
help that the only way you can read the terms and conditions of Sarah's vagina is if you open up the inside and it's all in Hebrew, which is very confusing.
The female folds, as
Yeah.
fan fiction would call it.
Turning the pages is a fucking nightmare. It's trying to
Jesus
grab
Christ.
the pages.
You gotta lick your finger first.
Phil, would you like to continue
Anyway,
your
I'm
story,
so
my
sorry.
dear?
But then I've got a bookmark so I don't lose my place.
Puts an old receipt in there.
That's just sent me back to when we were watching Harry Potter and you just had this weird thing about the professors.
It's just stopping mid-sentence to print a receipt out of their mouth.
I
For
don't
some
know
reason.
why.
I don't know why
I don't
either.
know why. But apparently all the professors of Hogwarts are in fact till machines, according to Andrew. They bring them into Target whenever there's a shutdown.
I'm so sorry, Phil. What the fuck were you saying? I'm so sorry.
I don't fucking
As
care.
always, we got derailed by Sarah's vagina.
I would like to be derailed by Sarah.
Derailed.
Oh.
Derailed.
Oh man. It's not German. Derailed.
You're on derail.
You're on derail. Why is he Transylvanian? You're on derail. That's absolute nonsense. Absolute fucking nonsense. Absolute fucking nonsense.
I just mean if you ever get jaundice, you can call your vagina the Yellow Pages.
Oh. That's actually genius. That's actually genius. Just whatever you do, do not fold the page over.
when you ain't got a bookmark, you just.
Oh no. Oh, that's smart.
Have you got a number for a good haberdashery? Let me have a look.
Haberdashery. Got a number for a good haberdashery. Why is that the first thing that comes to your mind?
Why isn't that the first thing that comes to
In your
your
entire
mind?
life, Andy, in your entire life, have you stitched one fucking thing?
Look,
Yes.
if you've
When
not
was the
got...
last time you were sat at your sewing machine back in 1890?
Why am I a little Victorian schoolboy?
Sewing together your stress skirt for the
My
ball
stress
coming in.
skirt?
Stress
Ball.
skirt.
Yeah, you need a skirt for all your stresses, and then by the time you're done, it's actually just a stress
Haberdashery.
gown.
I mean, you don't have your local haberdashery on speed dial.
I really
In your vagina.
In your vagina.
Actually, that's boys. The back of boys is a
I'm clearly missing out on a trick. I am so sorry, Phil. What were you talking about?
I was just bitching and moaning about you.
Oh yes, you
Cunts
were
being useless.
insurance. That's it. Yeah. And there's some thickies.
They
Yes,
are.
car
They
insurance.
are. They're all. Granted, one guy. One guy I can't be too sort of
Yeah.
annoyed at because he announced. The problem is he announces it, or announced it every day
Announces what?
during training that he has. I'm trying to think of the polite way of putting it.
He needs to poop?
No, he has.
Burping?
He has.
He has autism.
He has.
Jaundice.
He's gay.
He's gay.
He has
Homosexual tendencies.
Goose.
He works at a haberdashery.
No sense of time.
Shut up. He
Has no relevant comment.
He doesn't know what a noun is.
A monthly bus pass, the big old wave.
He has diminished brain capacity.
Oh, right. That was my next
So he
guess.
does have a bus pass then.
Diminished or Dominican?
Dominican.
Dominican brain capacity? The fuck does that mean?
It's okay. Dominican brain capacity.
And that.
This has descended into madness.
Nonsense.
That's the title of this episode. It's just absolute nonsense.
I'm so sorry.
We've
For the
lost
record,
Okay.
this is the tape. Someone has let a banshee in. There is a hyena on our floor.
Oh dear.
I
So,
forgot to ask Sarah, how's your floor?
Oh shit.
Diminished.
Yeah.
Dominican. Oh,
My
no.
favourite. That was my favourite thing so far. Was the way you just let me read out
just
what you
locked
just
eyes with me and then died.
No, Lisa, what you did was this. You looked at Phil, went, and then went, and then just died.
For the purpose of the tape, for the viewers at home, listeners at home, because this is audio, Sarah just locked eyes with me, like dead eyes across the table that we're sat at. Just giggled a little bit, then like dramatically leant forward, burst out laughing, and then fell to the sides.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think we're
Dominican
broken now.
brain capacity.
I think we fucking killed her.
I think it's the end.
And it didn't come quick enough.
No, it did not.
Have we got this?
I don't think so.
Good.
We're gathered.
Does anybody else have something they'd like to share that isn't, you know?
Did you finish your story?
No.
I did.
I find it terrifying, the idea.
But it wasn't worth telling anyway. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say? I thought that, you know.
Can we finish yours?
No. I thought it was only going to be a quick little, you know, 1 or
He's
2
dead
minutes
now.
ranting on about stuff, and look where we are. I have now
We're-
about 15 minutes worth of recording to cut out of this bullshit because we
I have
cannot
a-
use
I have
anything that we've just said.
One of the strangest interviews I've had was for a personal assistant role, but the interview process was so intense in that I didn't meet that person until like my second or third interview. So my first interview was at a Starbucks with the mother, and the mum had a list of questions. Now the mother was Aspergic anyway, and the mum had to have everything like down to a T, you know, everything organised, every question, that sort of thing. You had a certain criteria you had to meet and stuff like that. And she basically described this poor person. When I met them, they weren't as bad, but the way this mother described them, it made them sound like Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Like they were
We
shut
keep
away.
them in the West Wing.
We keep them in the West Wing. All the teapots sing and all that sort of business.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was a
Sounds-
very
sounds quite
strange. It was a very strange interview. And then when you did,
Wait, so why was the just going?
because
why were you
it
with
was
the
too
mum?
much of a process for the actual person to go through. And even then, when I met this person, right, I was introduced to them slowly. So what happened was, I went to the house, and I literally stood in the window outside, talking to one of the existing PAs.
Okay.
And I was introduced as a friend of the PA. So in the first instance, I was literally paid for 15 minutes because I was paid to stand out the window and have a chat with one of the other PAs. So this person could see me, but not like, you know, they just observe me.
I
Does that
love
make
the idea
sense?
that to you it makes sense, but to all the names it just looks like some random bitch is just staring in
Stood-
through this
Yeah,
window.
well, I wasn't
Essentially,
talking
you
through
were
the
as-
window to a PA.
you were-
I was outside in, you know, talking to a PA in full view of the autistic person.
It just makes it sound like you were a travelling zoo.
Yeah, no, seriously though, it was like it was
Just
a
so
new
they can
thing.
get used to you.
Yeah, so they could get used to it so very slowly. So then that was the first time I visited. The next time I visited, which must have been a week later, it literally had to be in like week intervals. The next time I visited, I came in the house and one of the PAs.
Andrew.
Sorry.
It's all right. One of the PAs was there, and I was supposedly visiting one of the PAs. I wasn't visiting her, so I came.
You entered
Ah.
the
I
house.
entered. No, it's even worse then,
Yeah.
isn't it? I was at
Sarah
the
was
house.
the squid all along.
I
She
was
was the
at the
squid.
house, and I literally sat in the front room in quiet for another 15 minutes with the other PA. That was the next 15 minutes I got paid for. The week after that was then again just sat in the front room with the PA and the person.
How did that conclude?
It was
Did you conclude?
just, I know. It was boring. And then the week after that, I literally then swapped seats. So instead of sitting near the window, I was sat near the autistic person. And then at one point, there was literally, must have took 2 months to get to the point where I was actually doing that full shifts on my own with this autistic person. And that was the 2 months was the interview phase.
Wow.
Because that person had to get used to me, and I had to be like, you know, compatible and stuff like that. And it was very, very odd process, but I could see why they did it, because that person was so extremely autistic, and they struggled so much. They even struggled with the changing of the seasons. It was that severe. Temperature and that sort of thing was just a nightmare. But even down to like chopping carrots for them, this person could tell how thick the carrots were cut just by looking at them. So
I mean, that is how most people do it.
no.
I'm so sorry.
It's either, you know, just look at it or pick it up and compare side by side, squidge it.
Not like, no, but there's the obvious one, which is that's really thick, that's really thin. This person could do it in milliliters.
He could measure.
That's
solid-
impressive.
They
He
could
could
measure the
convert
juice content.
solid carrots into
I'm
soup
going home.
in
I'm
his
going
mind.
home. No,
Oh my
in
God.
millimeters.
Wow.
I mean, literally,
Really?
they would later on say my carrot was 1 millimeter too thin, or 1 millimeter too thick. And to be fair, you measured it, and they were fucking right.
Yeah.
It was insane. They knew the sound of their mum's car if the mum's car went past the house. Like, seriously. If, like, the mum was doing a route or whatever and it just so happened to go past the house, if the mum came home later, they'd go, oh, why did you need to drive past the house? Why didn't you come home? And she's like, fuck. intense,
Autistic
amazing.
brains are so interesting.
So
and, like,
amazing.
incredible.
And she had gone past the house earlier that day, and it was the daughter that raised it with her and said, you know, why didn't you come home? So now she had to find routes around the house, basically, because
She had to buy a new car.
she had to buy a new car
Just to
because
drive
this
past
kid
the
was
house.
just amazing. Super sensors. It was insane.
How
It was
old?
Just
insane.
get a muffler
She
on the
was,
exhaust.
when I was working with her, she was 23.
Right,
She was
okay.
23.
Is it my nephew's autistic?
Mm.
He's 8 or 9 years old at this point, and even from being young, he has been like really smart. He's not on
Yeah.
like that severe
Yeah,
as what
yeah,
this person was, but reading big numbers he could
Yeah.
do from being like 5.
Wow.
He would look at the number. I remember we were watching like The Chase or something like that, and they've got £45,000, and he knew that was the number.
Wow,
He looked at
that's
that and went,
amazing.
"Oh yeah, that's 45,000."
Wow. Memory, really good memory. Yeah.
Yeah, he just picks up on stuff so quickly.
Wow.
But then anything that's like social, he
Can't
struggles
do.
with. He
Yeah,
really
yeah,
struggles
yeah.
with.
It's amazing that it's a scale.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's literally you can be
No.
and then it's a scale in a sense that you can be incredibly intensely intelligent in this area, so it's taken out of another area. Do you know what I mean? You can't it's not physically possible to be smart in all these areas unless you're an astronaut. Do you know what I mean? You're an astronaut.
Yeah. Did you not know?
No, I didn't. No.
I went to space.
She's going back up to Mars next week.
Next week.
That's
again.
That's my work commute. Up to Mars.
That's a nightmare.
Getting the 218 to Mars.
I often catch the 218 to Mars.
That's why the X78
It's a
gets
good album
delayed on
cover,
the
that is.
inside as
The
well.
218
to Mars.
Yeah, for the Mars transfer.
That's an album.
Yeah, yeah,
218 to Mars.
But yeah, that was a very strange process, but like amazing. Like you say, it was so interesting
Yeah,
and
yeah.
amazing and just amazing at the same time.
I can't think of anything in particular. Like every place that I've started at has just kind of been like a great experience. And
Well,
other people
your
have been great.
current workplace is like obscure, really, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
different to like
it's a different form
to the average bear.
Yeah,
you know.
in the sense it's retail. I can say it's retail, but it's not your standard like clothes shopping kind of retail.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, like I've said to you before, the people that I work with are fantastic. It's the customers that are the fun side.
Yeah.
I bet.
of things.
Yeah.
We get some interesting folk.
Do you know what's if you're knowing what the stories that you've told me? Me and my partner went in a few weeks ago because I needed some bits.
Yeah.
Like just average bits, not the unusual bits.
No.
I needed some average bits.
Well, that's just not fun.
Yeah.
Why don't you just turn to him?
For some average bits.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologise. That was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
That was rather
So
wonderful.
yeah, some average bits. So I went in for some average bits.
Hello, I'm average bits.
Knowing all the
Nice to
stories
meet you.
you've
I'm
told
Lucky.
me.
Shut up! No! She's telling a story. That's
We went
done.
in knowing all the stories that you've told us of all
Yep.
the strange people.
Did you go into our store or was it a different one?
No, it was a different one.
Okay.
It was a different one. It was at a different location.
Okay.
And we went in, and trying not to be a strange person, being me is very difficult.
It's not-
You're trying to
doesn't
walk
come
in to
naturally
try
to
and
you.
not be weird. Do you know what I mean?
Which
Yeah.
is
You're
difficult when
going
you're
in
on a
like,
hedgehog and have a phone book in your
and just
throat.
trying to be very casual and just being like, this is just what I want to talk. I'm finding one of the ladies and
Yeah.
letting them help me.
Yeah.
And trying to not be a story. Basically, I don't want her to go to her friends and go, oh my god, this fucking woman, right?
Yeah.
Does that not sum up everyone's day-to-day working life? I just don't want to be a story.
I just don't
Yeah.
want to be someone's
Literally.
Reddit post. That's
I,
what I don't want to be. But I know I'm not there to be weird. But
Yeah.
it's like when you walk past police, you're like, right, don't look. Don't.
I am not a criminal.
I look like not a criminal. Just look like you don't. Have
I
a knife.
am average.
Don't
member
put
of
your
society.
Don't pretend to reach for the fake gun in your inside pocket that you don't have. Oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
sake.
I don't have
Literally.
drugs on me at all. I have them in me, not on me.
Don't run past them screaming, it's not a bomb!
Just shouts out the window, Phil.
It's fine, because I said it's not a bomb.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
retail's always a fun place.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up is because this is a really new experience for me because I've never had a job. Let me finish.
You great big scrounger.
I've never had a job in the area that I'm now working in.
Yeah, like
Oh,
like.
never will.
Oh,
in like
Sheffield.
public facing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I don't mind talking about the previous jobs I had because I'm not at them now.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's one of the
as
previous
regular
jobs.
listeners will know, I've worked as the lifeguard, and I've worked in a few offices doing like office jobs. And this is the first time I've ever done something that. Would you call it retail or is it more hospitality? I'd say hospitality.
Yeah,
Probably.
because it's less
Yeah.
like counter till service and items they're buying and more just
Service.
yeah, service. Yeah.
It's customer service and it's more like hospitality than retail. Obviously, I'm not going to divulge what it is and where it is. But the specific place I'm at is because of the location. A lot of the people we get in are a lot of regulars.
Mhm.
So something that I'm now having to learn to deal with at the moment is people coming in who are regulars, who have not seen my face before, and then they'll always go, "Oh, you're new," and I'm just sort of sat here going, "Yes, I am."
I was just
Really?
made.
Yeah.
Figures brought me out the factory.
But I am already starting to learn some of their names, which is good. But I don't know if they're necessarily a difficult customer. I have found them to be a difficult customer, but that's just because, again, I'm not divulging where I work, but I automatically from the
You're
first
not
time I met him
divulging
did not
anything.
like this guy. It's a couple that come in, elderly. They're sort of clearly in their 60s, 70s. The problem is, the man of the couple
We'll call him Mildred.
looks almost exactly like my granddad.
Oh.
As in like my dad's dad.
Not your nice
yeah,
one.
So it automatically puts me on edge
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's a very difficult man.
Mm-hmm.
So automatically I was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable with you
Yeah.
already just because.
You look.
And the problem is, he's kind of like him as well in the way he acts.
Right. Okay.
So like on
Did
Mon-
they just clone
no,
him? Is
on
there just batches
Wednesday
of him around
when I was in.
That's it.
I wasn't having like too difficult today, but I did keep. I did. Oh, it might have been Monday. I did keep messing a couple of things up. But the problem is because I'm still learning. I've literally only been there about 2 weeks, so I'm still learning stuff. I also don't know everything yet. I don't know everyone's names. I don't know all the customers. I don't know all the different facets of the job because I'm still learning. But he kept coming over like every 2 minutes after I'd done the till and taken the stuff over for them. Every 2 minutes he kept coming up with something that I'd done wrong or something that he wasn't quite happy with. So it'd be like, what was it? He came up and was like, you forgot my knife, or we need another knife, please. But he kept making it feel like I was in
It's
the
your
wrong
fault.
for
Okay.
it. And like when he left, he came up and his wife was clearly getting the stuff ready. But he came up and he went, "Oh, next time you make us that, can you make sure you put it on a clean liner, please? I don't want cheese on it." And I was like, "I'm sorry, it was in the middle of a dinner rush. We just I put it on.
Noticed it.
I put it on the correct thing.
Yeah.
Like, not much else I can do about it."
Mate, it's not fucking like a Hilton hotel. It's
Yeah.
it's where it is.
Yeah.
It's where it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not in a 5-star restaurant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I just don't understand people that are
Male
difficult.
Karens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Well,
not
that's
even
the
just male
thing, he
Karens,
came up as
difficult
well.
like that.
Yeah.
And bless her, the last I was on with, I've not worked with them much yet, but he came up to, and she clearly knows him, at least in some capacity, because they are regulars, I've seen them a few times. And he came up, and she was kind of trying to diffuse the situation, because I think she could tell that I was getting a bit anxious about it. And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, he is new, he's still learning." And he went, "Oh, how long's he been here?" And she went, "Oh, he's been here he's not even been here 2 weeks yet." He's like, "He'll be in 2 weeks in a couple of days." And he was like, "Oh, that's more than enough time to at least learn to give the right number of knives to someone." And I was like,
piss off.
yeah, it was really annoying.
Oh, wow.
See, people just
And the
like,
thing is, I think he was trying to play it off as a joke, but it didn't come across like that.
No,
So it
no,
just
it's
kind of put me on
not.
edge.
It's not okay.
I feel like it's that era of men who
Yeah.
just don't seem to understand.
My granddad.
Yeah.
And women, women can be bitches
Oh,
too
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
I
They
was
can
that
vote
way.
and
Put it this
everything.
way,
Yeah, fucking hell.
Even
Shit,
before I met this man, if someone had said, "Oh, how would you feel if your granddad walked in?" I'd be like, "I don't want to tell my granddad."
Yeah,
And the fact that he's almost exactly like him, even looks like him, was kind of like, "Oh,
Piss off.
yeah,
Yeah.
no."
See,
That's not good.
I've always, with ours, like, one story that sticks out in my mind of someone just being, like, rude off the bat is, we're a very specialist store, in a sense of, it's, for people to come in, it can be quite intimidating, or worrying, it's like, oh god. So we always make an effort to kind of go up to someone, say, "Hi, how
Normalise.
you doing?"
Yeah.
And just kind of act normal, like, if you need us, just let us know, and let them know that they can ask us questions, or anything like that. And it was literally just me and this woman, and she was looking at some like sales stuff
Yeah.
or something like that. So I
Yeah.
just went up to her. I was like, "Hi, love, you alright?" And before I could even say anything else, she just went, "I'm just looking, thanks."
Okay.
And I was like, "Okay, just let me know if you need anything."
Yeah.
And walked away, and I just walked away from her, and
Yeah.
then she was just so fucking rude out of the
Yeah.
bat, and I'm just like, I'm saying hello to
Yeah.
you.
I can get it from, cause like sometimes you go into a shop and someone's like,
Lush
Yeah.
are terrible for that.
Yeah.
"Do you need anything?"
I hate when
You know what I mean?
literally, I
Fuck
literally,
off.
Leave
I've
me
only
alone.
I've only been in
Yeah.
Lush a few times because usually I go in if I want to get my sister some presents because she really likes stuff from Lush.
Yeah.
But literally, you walk in and the minute you are past the door, one of them is on you like a fucking like leech.
Yeah.
It's just, can I help you with anything? What do you need today?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to. Obviously, I don't say this.
You work
I
off
understand
commission,
it is part of
that's
my job,
why.
but
Yeah.
all I can think is, fuck off,
Yeah.
please.
People don't want that anymore.
No,
though.
people. If
don't
I
want
get
that.
absolutely hounded by someone in sales, which I don't really get that much,
No.
is I just leave at that point.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you do. Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, I can't be dealing with pressure. You being like this and
Yeah.
that.
Just leave
But
me alone.
that's why whenever we approach people, like we say, we say hi to let them know that they can come and ask us questions. But then I'm just like, just let me know if you need anything, and I'll walk
Leave
away.
away,
Yeah,
yeah.
I might come back a little bit later and going, oh yeah, that one's really nice or something like that. I went, yeah, so and so, like one of the girls has got this one, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, fair enough. Do you need? Is it a size that you wanted or whatever? But yeah, people.
It's
just,
really funny because when Chris and I went in and I'm in the changing room, bear in mind he stood outside the changing room
yeah,
on his phone again, trying not to look as dodgy as possible. And one of the women came up to him, "Can you help you?" And he's like, "Yeah, my girlfriend's in the changing room." She's like, "Mm-hmm." And walked away. And he's like, "I promise, I wasn't being really creepy." And obviously he's already like so anxious and not worrying, trying not to be like a dick, a weirdo, because he was a bloke he's a beard, he looks foreign.
He's got a touch of the ethnic in it.
But he's got a big
Eyebrows
beard.
are a bit darker than they should be.
He dresses, you know, he's not a creep in any way. He
No.
wasn't looking around at
That
anything.
just brings me
He
to
was
that I wouldn't
literally
think
on his
that.
phone
Yeah.
outside the changing rooms, just trying to look, I am invisible, I am invisible, I am invisible.
If
And
anything,
literally
that
this
just-
woman went
that
up to him
makes
and went,
become a
"Can I
beacon.
help you?"
The perks of the
That's
tape,
so
by the way, so
weird.
people don't think Sarah has been awful, then her boyfriend is like part Italian.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anything. If I saw a guy waiting outside the changing room with a phone, I think, right, he's waiting for his girlfriend.
But he's purposely had his back to the wall of things.
Yeah.
And he was purposely just trying to literally make himself as small as possible.
It's like-
So that he didn't look creepy, and his phone was pointed down.
Yeah.
He was fully he wasn't looking at the stuff, he didn't have his hands in his trousers.
No.
You know? He had one hand in like his coat pocket and one hand on his phone, and he was concentrating on that fucking
Well,
phone.
you know,
You know?
some men keep their dicks in their coat pockets.
That's
you
it.
know.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's true. But
That's what I
she
keep
was
mine.
really sort of like, "What do you think you're doing?" Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, he walked in with me, so, and it's not a massive shop, is it?
It's tiny.
Yeah. So.
So we're all sat in like rows around these computers, so there's a lot of online training stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember his name still. I was sat next to a guy named Tom. Ginger as though.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I remember it was him on one side, and then the other side of me was a girl called Shannon, if I remember rightly.
That's a very
Can I
interesting
just
name.
clarify?
Do you want to just open your jack for kicks?
Or if you called him Ginger as old. Ginger as old.
Yeah. There's Ginger, then Ginger as old.
Oh, Ginger is out, and Shannon, if I remember rightly.
Literally, we sat and like we kind of, because we were sat together, he was like the first person I properly really talked to during the training process.
Those poor
We went on our first break at about 11-ish. He did not come back.
Oh,
He
wow.
literally,
Bye,
we went on our
Brian.
break. He said it was either first break or lunch. He said he was going out to get a little bit of food just from across the road because we were on like a busy road where there was a bunch of like food places around. He said he was going out for food, and we never saw him again. And I was like, oh, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah, oh dear, shit.
That was interesting. Another thing that I've really liked about this job We've not had to do any shit team building exercises.
Have
that
you
were-
not?
No icebreakers or anything like
No,
that.
just get on with the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You get to know each other in your own time. They're not turning around and going, right, so we're going to get to know each other.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're going to play 2 truths and a lie.
No,
Yeah.
like one truth, I don't want to fucking be here right now.
I hate this game. Too
And
loud.
that's another. I'm very happy that I wasn't asked that question during my interview.
We should play that at one point on a podcast episode. 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, what
we
a
should
fun
play
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
Should we do that now?
Once I can think of the truth.
Yeah.
But lies I can think of easily. Lies come to me like fucking nothing.
Well, the
But
thing is, we all know
Like
each
too.
we all know each other so well, though. So
Mm.
like, it'd be quite difficult to really.
I
Oh,
can
there are
usually-
many things you don't know
I
about
can.
me.
I usually surprise you with random shit that I've done and.
How
It's more
big
you-
your lack of knowledge on
Yeah,
nouns is.
Yeah.
it's more you surprise me with how little you know.
I love how you were 3/4 of the way through that sentence and you were thought, this is gonna hurt. Oh, fuck it, I'll finish it. I've started, so I'll finish.
There's no
We're
backing
surprised
out
by
now.
how fucking thick you are.
Look, past the
That's what I
point
mean.
of no return,
Some of us
you're
are-
a fucking dumbass.
Some of us are
Did
really,
you know
really
so?
clever and really ugly. Some of us are just really pretty and not very intelligent. Some of us are neither.
And we are back after that interlude, which was brief for you, hellish for us. But we have our 2 truths and a lie, so I guess that's how we're going to bring this episode of the We Pay For Your I can't say it. The We Pay For Your Floor podcast to an end with a game of 2 truths and a lie and a quick news article from Philip here.
Yay!
Philip here.
Yes.
Philippine.
Who the hell are they?
You've been
Philippine.
replaced, Phil.
Oh no! You're found another Philip!
No.
No! Who wants to go first?
It is up to you guys.
Should we rock, paper, scissors for it?
Between 4 of us.
I said between you 2 and then between you 4.
Oh, okay.
Can I not play?
Let's get a D4.
Yeah, good idea.
Everyone calls a number.
I want to think of a number between 1 and 10, whichever one gets the highest.
I
17.
choose minus 62. Did I win?
Yay!
did that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, okay.
Wait, who's what number?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, right.
And then we'll just go clockwise.
Okay.
3.
3.
Three,
Sarah.
I'm 3.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm last.
I just do all 3, and then you can guess, or we're gonna
Yeah,
guess at the end.
we'll do all 3 and then we'll do a question. and then
Okay,
we'll move
okay.
on.
So, first one then. I once got into a passive-aggressive kerfuffle over a loaf of bread in Sainsbury's.
Okay.
Physical kerfuffle,
Ooh,
no less.
that's not very passive aggressive. Then. It's
Passive-aggressive.
physical,
No,
isn't
I was a passive-aggressive.
It's just aggressive.
Physical fuffle.
Okay.
Kerfuffle, okay? With an old lady.
Anyway, I'll leave mine.
Yeah.
Until the end,
Is she
sorry.
dead now?
Probably.
Okay.
It was a while ago. Okay, second one. I voiced the character on my mate's animation YouTube series.
Okay.
Is this
No. Questions at the
Right,
end.
yeah.
Wait.
I was once gifted actual human beings.
How do you get gifted human beings?
It's possible.
Yeah, I can.
Human beings, plural. More than
Seeing?
one.
Okay.
Did you get to give them back? So is this like a sort of you're looking after these now, but you've got to like a babysitting situation?
No, it wasn't a babysitting situation. No,
Oh,
no,
no,
no.
that's
No, no,
bad.
no. I declined the offer.
Were they full grown?
They were full grown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this animation show? Is it Love Sick? Is that what it's called?
Love Sick is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know that's one truth.
See, yeah, I'm thinking.
Not
Love
necessarily
Sick
because
is
she
what
might
I'm
not have
talking
a character.
Okay.
I just know which friend it is and what the show is.
Yes,
Fine.
I was
Because we've
thinking.
met her.
I was thinking that one was true because I know vaguely. Angie knows more about it.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
vaguely,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure you've told me about the bread story.
Oh,
So
right, okay.
Yes.
I'm inclined to believe the bread story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the second one's the fake one because
It's
you know
close
that
to
we
the
know it
truth.
exists, so I feel like you never actually voiced a character in
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
I'm
that's
also
quite plausible.
struggling to understand how you would have been gifted human beings.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you give us a bit more detail about the
It
human
was a
being?
work of
The
it.
human
I-
beings, they had mustaches. Does that help?
I'm inclined to believe the human beings at this point. I feel like, especially around these parts,
Round these parts.
Around these parts, you could buy anything.
Yeah, well that's true. That is true.
Was
she
it
wasn't
on a
buying them,
gift?
though,
No,
she
they
was
were
gifted.
gifts.
Oh, that's
weren't
true.
they?
Yes, well, I didn't buy
They
them.
were a
Yeah,
gift.
yeah. So
Did
they
they
were-
come? Was there any
Did they come
sort
gift
of like?
wrapped?
Well, there was what caveats.
Yeah, as in like, was there?
There was no
but there's a
conditions.
cause.
There was no
Okay.
conditions. There was no cause.
Okay.
These are your humans
It
now.
it was like
Please
adopt
take.
a human day at the.
Okay.
So was this business or pleasure? Was it a personal arrangement or was it for work?
It was not for work.
Right.
It was not for my work. No.
Oh, okay. Was it for somebody else's
Was
work?
someone working on you?
No. No one was working on me. No.
In you?
No one was working. I love how you were so apprehensive with that.
Just in there with hard
Not
hats.
even
and
to be
a
so
stick.
disgusted either.
How
Phil.
much scaffolding was required?
Hey, there's an entire town
Wait,
in.
are you referencing my
There's
vagina?
an entire seaside town in there.
That's true.
Some of the
Seaside.
buildings are
No,
gonna
Wait.
be
no one
worked
was
at some
in me,
point.
Phil.
You,
No
you,
one
you
was in
said
me.
you said mustachioed men,
Yes.
and
I thought you said pistachio.
oh,
man.
pistachio. Oh, pistachio.
Green
Well,
and
I can
salted,
believe that.
yeah.
That one's the true one if it's pistachio.
They
Man.
were beer pistachio men. No, they were mustachioed and
See,
what was the other question?
until you shot down the.
They were not in me.
They were in you. I was thinking that maybe you were like a strongman act for the seaside that is inside your vagina.
Oh yeah, no, they were not. No. No.
Well, that rules out the circus then.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I'm inclined to believe the bread story
Hmm.
and the gifting of mustachioed men to be true,
Mm.
and then
Yeah,
the voice acting.
I'm
one to be
thinking the
fake.
voice acting
Mm.
one is it's something that's close to reality but
Mm.
not quite true.
Which one? Sorry.
The voice acting one.
Oh right, yeah. Okay.
I think the voice acting one's the fake one.
Okay.
I don't think you
I
voiced
think
the
we're in
character.
consension. there.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah, you okay? So that you think the lie is the voice
You voiced
acting
the
one?
character,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Yay!
Yeah. So the other one was true.
How are you
okay.
gifted humans?
I need
Yeah.
to know the story.
Please tell me.
Steve.
Steve?
Your
Do you remem-
ex-American
An
boyfriend.
ex-American Steve. Have I never
Oh.
told you this story?
No.
No.
Right.
You told me about when you threw a cock out of the fridge at you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, but like that was a
That's
chicken.
another
It was an
story.
actual chicken.
Oh, okay.
So when
Baby
I
chicken.
lived, so
Probably never
a
cock.
good few years ago, in fact when I was like 19, so a good few years ago, I went to California.
Many
moons
Oh.
ago. Many
Empires have risen and
eons
fallen in that
ago. Empires have fallen and risen in my time. Yeah, so like when I was 19,
Debenhams
went
has
to
fallen.
Debenhams has fallen in the meantime.
Debenhams has fallen.
That's the title.
Debenhams has fallen.
So we've had
Lovely.
Olympus
The
has fallen.
beacons
That's
have
the
been
new
lit.
sequel.
Sorry. So yeah, I
Where
went.
was Primark when we sent for aid?
Debenhams has fallen.
Debenhams has fallen. So when I was 19, I went to work for a summer in the US in California, and I worked on a dude ranch, and the person who was. It's called a dude ranch, guys. It's actually called a
I was
dude
just
ranch.
laughing at
It's
Phil.
not a ranch full of men.
You can call it whatever you like. It's still a gay farm.
Did they personally breed the gays on the farm?
Yeah. Welcome to the dude ranch.
Yes, that's how they greet you at the door.
Yeah.
The
door to-
the next sentence isn't going to help it either. The what was their actual name? His title. The guy who breaks in the steers.
Oh wow. That must take some time and effort.
No, it does. It does. A gentle hand.
A gentle
yes.
hand.
Yeah.
And a
But
firm
firm.
grip.
Yeah. And spurs.
Yeah.
Just to keep them in line.
Is this
Keep
the
you in
football?
line. Wrangler. That's what they're called. They're called Wranglers.
You can
Like the
wrangle me
jeans.
any day.
They're called Wranglers, and he was very good looking though. Come on, Steve was very good looking. You've seen pictures. The guy, the Wrangler, who breaks in the wild horses basically and trains them.
I'm still picturing them as men.
They
Mustachioed
are
men.
mustachioed men. We ended up getting together, but he was like 10 years older than me. And when I came to visit one month, I woke up one morning, and bear in mind this man is Texan through and through. He wore his cowboy boots everywhere.
Did he
He'd
fuck
shoot.
his sister?
No. No, he didn't know his mother, so he didn't know his sister.
He could still fuck his
Or his
sister.
dad, for that matter. He had a son via a prostitute, and I don't know. Well, the more I talk about it, I don't know why the fuck we were together. He was a fun guy, but like absolutely mental. He
Yeah,
had
sounds
chewing tobacco and stuff like that. He starched his jeans. It was
Wow.
insane. But it was really weird, and it was so much fun. And one morning I woke up. He's like, Sarah, come with me. I got you something. I'm like, what? I walk out, and there's 2 Mexican men in the front room. And he's like,
I got you.
I got you 2 Mexicans. And he'd
got
been-
you 2 Mexicans.
I got two Mexicans, and these 2 Mexicans are stood there. Hola. Hola. ¿Qué pasó? Queso.
Tequila!
Tequila! And he says, yeah, he went to, because, like, you know, their version of B&Q is Home Depot.
Yeah.
At Home Depot, you
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
have illegal workers
Yeah, yeah,
hanging
yeah,
out the
I
back or
remember.
hanging at the front to hire for the day. So we
Yeah.
went and hired 2 Mexicans for me for the day.
For what?
For her.
I didn't use them. Of course I didn't use them.
I'm
I was
good.
like,
I'm glad
haha,
you didn't
what?
use
Like this?
Mexicans.
And he says, yeah, I've hired them. I've gifted them for. You can have them for
Is
the
that
day. You
what's
can
on
do
their
with what?
CV? It's like used Mexicans.
Used, slightly used Mexicans.
So
There's
what's
got,
on
there's a,
eBay?
Well loved.
well, look,
Mexicans.
there's a whole lot of new ones, but the used ones are less expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got them doing garden work for the day instead, because I was like, what the fuck do you want me to do with genuine people?
Yeah.
But I was
Find
I
me
was
and
19
see
at the
you
time, so I was like, what the fuck? And I just laughed and was like, okay, well, I'm going back to bed, have fun with that.
Yeah.
So we had Mexicans like doing stuff for the day, because we had Mexicans for the day. I just want to point out, he didn't pay them. He just bought them
What
pizza.
the
He
fuck?
paid them in pizza.
Paid them in pizza.
Well, that's not too bad. At least they've got something out of it.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
I know. It was mental.
Your life is.
Was it so Steve hired you 2 Mexicans is what we're
Yeah,
learning
that's
here.
it. Yeah, we hired me gifted me 2 Mexicans for the day.
Wow.
That's why when you're like work or pleasure, I was like, well, they were working.
They technically were.
What was the aim of this? What was he going to have them do?
I think he just was. You know when you.
Was he planning a film?
You know
of
when you
some
go
kind?
to a shop and you don't bring your shopping list, and you pick
It's
up
like,
whatever's
you
on
know,
offer.
Yeah, 2
He went-
Mexicans at
you're
the bottom of
telling
the fucking
me
shopping
he went-
list.
He went to Walmart to buy food, forgot oranges, but brought you some Mexicans.
That's it. You know when you
That
see
is
something
the
on
weirdest
offer.
online shopping substitution ever. We've run out of Arctic rolls, so we've given you a
Sorry.
Victorian child.
He just panics on the way out. It's like, shit, I forgot to get something for Sarah. You'll do!
No, I think it's you know when you see something on offer in a shop.
We don't have that cardigan in
Oh,
stock.
2 for 1.
2 for 1.
We-
2 for 1.
2 for
We don't have that cardigan in stock, so we've substituted it with a Thai child who can make it for you at home.
Basically.
I'm just flabbergasted by the fact that he went, I know what'll make her happy. I'll wake her up at fucking 4 in the morning and show her
Give you
2
2
Mexican men.
Mexicans.
That'll make her happy.
That's what every
It was-
British woman will
Are
do
you
for a
what,
month.
right?
Right.
Here's
Has a
what
man
I'm
ever
thinking.
bought you another man?
No, and I don't
Well
want
then,
him to either.
jealousy
Not
is an
that-
ugly thing.
not that
Oh my god.
Well, they stood there with taco shells in hand, but the meat was their penis, and they just had salad dressing on it.
Okay.
Okay.
See?
Tequila.
See?
Tequila.
Tequila!
Go on
Wow.
then, Phil.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
don't think mine's gonna fucking live up to 2 Mexicans waiting for you.
I've listed straight.
Every time I meet you, again, Sarah, I just get a stranger story each time, and that's why I adore you.
Well, let's hope one of these stories is in any way mildly amusing. I have driven a tram. I can't read this one. Why did I write this? I once.
Are you Arlene Phillips?
Are you in fact Terry Pratchett? I don't know.
I thought you were going to say Terry Wood.
Are you in fact a mandolin in a human suit?
I'll start again. I'll pause.
So you've driven a tram.
Driven a
So,
tram.
I have driven a
We'll skip it and go to the third one and
You've
come back to
driven,
it.
you've driven 2 Mexican men.
They were called tram.
Tree and am. Tra and am. Go on, you got it, Phil. I believe in you. You can do it.
You can do it.
You. I have driven a tram. I once did a poo in a children's outdoor play.
That's the truth.
I hope that one.
That's more truth than anyone I've ever known. Yeah.
And I broke my shoulder by falling down an embankment while chasing my dog.
Are we all in agreement that he's definitely shattered the
He's
child
definitely
playground?
shattered a child playground. You've never
That was
driven
last
a
week.
tram. You've never
It was
driven a
last
tram.
week.
I swear.
Well, now the thing is, right?
Was it you?
He could have been a kid when he shat in a child's playground.
I don't think
So-
he was.
No, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's right. Do you know what's funny about that? It's that, like, a couple hours later, a child came across a full-size, adult-sized turd on their slide.
Oh,
Can
that
we-
would be amazing.
Can we all collectively agree that Phil has definitely not driven a tram?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel that that's your dream. It's just like you could die happy once you've driven a tram.
Some of us have great aspirations in life.
Phil just
Phil just wants to drive a tram.
I think you did drive a tram, but in the consent.
Consent.
The tram
Consent.
did
The
tram did
context of
consent.
like a school trip.
The
I
tram
feel
did
like-
consent.
The tram did consent. Okay, I feel like that could have been like a school trip or something, and I feel like that might have started your road on your rail to loving trains and trams and automobiles.
Just general transport.
Automobiles, yeah, any mode of transport. And I think you did break your collarbone, so now I'm so confused.
Well,
I-
my shoulder does click a lot, which is partly because of it.
I'm
maybe.
sticking with the tram being a lie.
Yeah, same.
I'm sticking with the tram being a
So
lie.
you think the trams are live?
Which one do you think?
You-
I think he's not shut in the children's playground. I think he can do that, then die happy.
That would be amazing. So
We'll take you out tomorrow, Phil.
So
Just
you,
bring the bag.
You two think the tram is a lie.
Yeah.
You think that the pooing in the children's play area is a
Yeah.
lie.
Just because you're laughing too hard at it, and when you do that, that means that you've thought of something really funny to yourself.
It's just the word poo.
I love the
You
word
are
poo.
such a child.
In a child's playground.
It's just the word
Shitting.
poo. None of you are right.
Oh,
The lie is that I've never broken my shoulder.
What?
So I didn't break my shoulder falling down in a bank.
You shut in a child's playground, Phil! You should be ashamed!
It was driving
I'm
the tram.
judging you very hard
He
right
was
now.
driving the tram and he got off to use the
He's
word.
like, I need a shit.
I need to know what
I need
series
to-
of
Andy, your turn.
unfortunate. No.
Why
No.
are you shitting?
I need to know the series of unfortunate events that led to you shitting in
Was
a
this-
child's
Was this by
playground.
choice or by I
Were
have
you an
no
adult?
other?
Were you of like over 18? I'm so sorry.
So-
Were you 18?
So this would have been. Oh,
Last Tuesday.
Oh, it takes me back.
The last week.
1991.
When I was born,
Yeah.
yeah, my mum gave birth to me and I
Yeah,
just shat
That's
immediately.
a very Liverpool. Wait, you're not from Liverpool. That's a very
That's a
Newcastle
very
thing
Liverpool.
that she gave birth in a.
Yeah, yes, it is. I mean, Newcastle. Only people from the northeast give
I
birth.
in a playground. In a playground.
I feel like that's probably.
Hey, you have got no moral high ground here. You shat in a child's playground.
And you touched the dog's bollocks earlier, Sarah. Carry on, Phil.
So
Support
yeah,
you Mexican men.
I had no say in that. I had no say in that.
so yeah, I did drive a tram.
Yeah.
You were quite right. It was a Beamish.
Actually, I think I remember you telling me it. That
I've
might be
been
why.
going on and on all day about when we're going to ride the trams, when we're going to ride the trams, when we're going to ride the trams.
Again, this is
So
last
my
week.
teacher took the driver to one side and said, "Oh, this kid is doing my
He's autistic.
fucking
He's
head
clearly
in."
autistic. This
Can
kid
you
is
just let him in the front of the
special.
tram on the way up the hill?
Awesome.
Just to shut the fucker up.
Yeah.
And he didn't just let me in the front of the cab, he let me in.
He's like, I'm going to the fucking break. You take over.
Yeah.
Kid.
He stood
Just press
next
this
to
button
me,
here.
but he made sure that I was like holding on to the throttle levers and everything and making it speed up and slow down for the stops and everything. And then
Awesome.
when I
Really
got to the stop at the end, right at the main entrance, stopped it, hopped off, Fantastic. On the coach back home.
Yay!
So that was me.
That's so sweet.
So Andy, yours.
No! Tell me about shit in the playground!
So,
Okay.
picture the scene.
No, I am. This is the
fully
problem.
picturing it.
Butlins.
Oh,
Bognor
okay.
Regis. About 1999, something
Okay,
like that.
yeah,
Okay, so you
Only
were
99,
8.
98, something
Yeah.
like that. The only reason I know it was around that time is because the Burger King had Pokemon Stadium 1.
Oh, okay.
So it was around that time.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I feel less judgmental now.
I was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles section of the outdoor play area,
As you do.
going through these sewer pipes,
Right.
and I really needed the toilet. Couldn't find any adults, didn't know where the toilets were, so
Shut in the playground.
I went back into these sewer pipes,
Oh
which was just
no, in a
big
tube.
wooden boxes and metal tubes, and I found a corner of one of the
Okay.
boxy areas.
Yeah.
So there was like lots of wood chips on the floor,
Oh, well, actually, that's very considerate of you.
and I just shat in the corner.
How old were you again?
It was only 8.
I would
be
have been
fair.
about 8,
And
9.
you were quite considerate. I thought you meant like in the plastic tubing where children had no other choice but to walk over or through your poop. You were like, fuck you,
He
Dad.
did it in the seesaw.
Yeah.
Like on both sides of the seesaw.
Thing is,
rather
I
wonderful.
then remember, I remember a kid coming out and telling their parents.
No, that's just that's squealer. I hope he's dead.
And I think one of my parents overheard it and was like, "What?" I was like,
Lying.
I'm thinking to myself, "Yeah, that's disgusting. Who would do that?" And they had to close the entire area. While some poor fucking underpaid twat from Butlins had to clean out my shit.
Yes. That's your best story.
That is
That is
rather-
awesome.
That is a rather incredible story.
That is. Go, I'm ready, Andy. Go on.
Right.
I've learned
Phil,
too much about
I'd
Phil.
like you to give Olivia and Sarah more chance with this because you're probably going to know straight away because I feel like you know everything. So I'm kind of like, it was difficult to think of something.
I don't pay attention to his life.
Okay. So try and give Sarah and Olivia a chance to debate before you jump in because you might automatically know it. So, 2 truths and a lie. Right. So, number 1, I used to be the Dragon Type Elite 4 member of an online Pokemon League.
Okay, I knew one of those words.
Number 2, I've only ever been to 2 other countries outside of the UK.
Okay.
Number 3, I once slept with my new boss after getting a job.
That's true.
Thanks, Liz.
I think the first one was false and the second ones were true. The second 2 were
The second ones
The
were
second
true.
ones.
Both number 2s were
both
true.
number 2
What was
were
the
true.
second
Well,
one?
my
again?
number 2 was true.
I'll read them.
That
I'll
was
read them all
about
again.
not going to more than 4 countries outside of the UK, isn't it?
There wasn't
Two.
even that.
Was it 2?
I used to be the Dragon Type Elite 4 member in an online Pokemon League. I've only been to 2 other countries outside of the UK, and I once slept with my new boss after getting a
I
job.
think the
I
last 2
swear
were right.
to fucking God, if your first one is, oh, it's a lie because I was actually the water type fucking dragon, I'll kill you. I will.
Shall I get
fucking
the
mur-
knife?
Yes. I'm gonna say I'm gonna actually agree with you because I feel like you fucking pull some stupid shit like that and be like,
Yeah, he'd be really pedantic.
yeah,
because
I'm like,
he
no,
is being really
this one,
pedantic.
you should know that because and I'm like, fuck you, shut up. Yeah, because the last one's just yes, straight away.
Thanks!
You are a whore.
Dear, you're a whore.
The last
you
one's
know-
gonna be the lie, and you're gonna feel like utter shit.
Well,
I fucking won't.
Because they've both said it, I can also jump in and say, that's fucking true. Because I know that one is true, because I know who it is.
Was it you, Phil?
I would sleep with it.
Don't shoot where you eat, mate. Don't shoot where you eat.
No, shit in Butlins instead.
Yes.
So you were shitting where you were eating, to be
Yeah.
I was in the play area, I wasn't eating
He
there.
was eating the plastic balls.
Some kids were eating the chips there, and were like, "Aw,
fair.
Oh, someone left a sausage.
Aw."
Go on then.
I'm
Well,
gonna
like,
agree.
gotcha.
I'm
So we
gonna
know-
agree that the first one is a lie.
And the second 2 were true.
So that's what you two think. What do you think?
Yeah, because you, in terms of, I know the person that you're referring to in number 3.
Yes.
In the second one, you've only been to France and the Dominican Republic, so that one's true.
Dominican man.
You know what you said? You're absolutely right.
Yes, I fucking knew it.
I fucking
Straight
knew
away.
It. Yeah.
I was the fairy type Elite Four member.
You wanker.
No.
I half expected it to be like, no, not 2, 3 countries. Do you know what I mean?
Liv,
Well,
save us.
the original lie that I did. The original lie I did was I was born at 6:56 a.m. on the 24th of June 1996,
Oh,
and it's a lie 'cause I was born at 6:58.
Oh my god.
If he'd have done that one, I would have held him down while you two beat the shit out of him.
Oh, I just picked up some guinea pig shit. There we go.
Oh, so
Hello.
for context, do you
Thank
two
you.
know the story of the third one and how that happened?
I'm pretty sure you've told me before.
Yeah, I feel like you've told me.
It's someone that
Yeah.
we'd slept with before.
Yes.
And he did my interview, and on the way home, he messaged me saying, one, you've got the job, or well, he didn't list these things.
Yeah.
He was like, he was telling me he got the job, and then after I said, oh yeah, thank you, he put, by the way, you looked very nice in those trousers with a wink.
Yeah.
And then about an hour later, he messaged me saying, are
You
you
got
home
your
yet?
bent
And I said,
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he went, right, do you want me to come over for a bit?
Well, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, please, sir.
Come over.
Okay, mine. Like I say, one of them I know you two know. I don't think you do.
Okay.
The other one I have kind of mentioned to you before, but I don't know if you remember. So first one, I do have some fake teeth.
Okay.
I'm allergic to a certain chemical that's in corned beef, and I used to live in a house where someone was murdered and decapitated.
Decapitated.
You alright, Phil? Like, you're just laughing at the specification of corned beef.
Yeah. It's like one of the bounding things, like what the kind of
Yeah, the weird shit that they make it
there's
like
something in
spam.
it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I think like I was given some once, and, like I don't know, I got a reaction to it.
Okay.
It was fucking a long time ago.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Let's Sarah go first.
Okay.
I think the corned beef one is nonsense, and the other 2 are truths. Corned beef is nonsense. I think the corned beef is nonsense.
That's your
Corned beef is
conspiracy
nonsense.
theory.
I feel that corned beef is nonsense anyway,
Yeah,
so
very true.
I think
That's-
anything it's involved with is nonsense.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the first one is true because I know you had an operation to like do something to your cleft palate, and I feel like they might have done something with your teeth then.
Okay. For the purpose of the tape, I am physically deformed.
No more than any of us.
Ah, yes. But yeah, I'm guessing Phil. What are you thinking?
You're guessing Phil.
I am guessing.
I'm
You're
guessing
not even
Phil.
supposed to be guessing.
I'm not. What are you thinking?
I'm guessing a nice cold shit in the corner of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is my truth.
To be fair, that does mean that both of those 2 have shat where they shouldn't have shat.
Oh, because I shit on the
On the
bathroom
bathroom
floor
floor.
by accident.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
At least his was close to the toilet.
That is true, yeah.
And it also wasn't
Mine was
intentional.
technically in a sewer.
Technically.
Which is very
Technically.
fitting for the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Exactly.
Turtles.
See, I was in the right place.
That's it.
You
So
were.
if anything, his
Biggest
poop was your
cosplay.
poop karma. Because you left it for someone else to clean up. Years later, Andy just left you to
Violently.
clean it
For the
up.
purposes of
No,
the
he
tape-
cleaned it up.
well,
Oh,
For the
right.
purposes of the tape, I didn't intentionally shit on the bathroom floor. I was stood brushing my
That's
teeth.
the lie.
I was stood brushing my teeth naked. Felt a fart coming on.
He brushed a bit too
farted,
vigorously.
And then a bit of shit plopped onto the floor.
It wasn't a bit. That could not be categorized as a bit. That was a fucking typhoon. That was
typhoon!
Typhoon
that
of
was
shit.
that was a tsunami of shit out of your back end, sir.
Wow.
It was a wet
Wow.
fart, okay?
The-
Wow.
It was a shot.
I didn't squat and just squeeze a loaf out onto the bathroom.
No, because it wasn't a loaf. It was a fucking lake.
It was a waterfall, as you might call it.
I'm so sorry, carry on.
The splashes caused tremors that
Anyway,
shook the building.
What do you think
I'm
is wrong?
pretty sure the third one is also true, I think.
What was,
Okay.
what was the third one again?
I used to live in a house where someone was decapitated.
See, I want to believe that.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
oh,
you
see, I
told
want
me
to. I
that.
remember you
Why
saying
do
that
I
someone
feel like-
you'd lived in a house that's where someone was murdered. I'm pretty sure, but I
Plus-
don't think they were decapitated. So maybe that one's the fake one.
Given the location, given the general area,
Given the general area.
it's bound to have happened.
I mean, fair enough.
Um,
Fair enough.
But I do
Fair
quite
enough,
like.
fair
I
enough.
do quite like the corned beef.
You like corned beef? I don't. I'm allergic to it, so I can't eat it.
Well, if you're not, you're doing good at keeping the people alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go with the corned beef.
The corned beef.
Corned beef is a lie.
I'm going for a corned
Yeah,
beef.
I'm
Corned
gonna go
beef
with the
lie instead of corned beef
lie.
ash.
I also think corned beef was a lie.
Yeah, corned beef's a lie. I don't know where the fuck it came from in my brain.
I think that's a great lie, though. I
think
like
it's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Like, it
I like
fucking
that.
got me.
Yeah.
Was I right about the teeth? Is that why
You were, yeah, because obviously I had a cleft palate.
Mm.
I've had surgery there, and they had to remove. So basically, for the rest of the tape, I will show you. These two
All right, okay.
are completely fake.
You cannot tell.
No,
Oh,
you
right,
can't.
yeah.
Completely fake, and obviously because then there was a massive gap there, so they had to wait for my face to stop kind of growing
Moving,
and
yeah,
changing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then like 3 more surgeries later, and I have these fake teeth.
Whee!
The last one of a man being decapitated in a house that I
I'm
lived
sure you
in.
told me that before.
It was only recently that we found out, so
Really?
it can't be.
I'm sure,
yeah.
I'm sure you said something about
Yeah, yeah.
Where I must be imagining things.
Yeah, basically, I think it was actually one of our old doctors. If I'm
That got killed,
Yes!
or was the killer?
Yes, you told me about this last week.
yeah,
That
it
was killed or killer?
No, his wife killed him. I think she found out that he was having an affair.
Oh shit!
So
It's
she
always
killed
sex
him.
or money.
Yeah. So she killed him and literally like decapitated him
Marvelous.
in the house we used to live in.
That's amazing. I mean, oh.
Poor Mister.
Oh.
You got the
Yeah.
death house.
How did you find out?
Shit.
I think something came on Facebook about the fact that this guy had died, and my mum was like, "Oh, I remember him. He was a good doctor," and then found out that he used to live. I think before we found out, pardon me, Jesus Christ, that he lived in our old house, and then we found out that he died, and then looked into the things and thought,
Died there.
"Holy shit, he was having an affair."
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, not amazing, but I'm kind of like impressed that she like did what all women want to do when
Yeah.
they find out their husband's cheating.
Yeah.
Shit in a bottle.
But speaking of, that kind of ties in to
What shit in the bottom?
to my little news story to wrap us
Yeah.
up, if you would like.
I'm ready.
Because this has
2.5
been
hours
going on
straight.
for
Very
a
long.
week
2
and a
hours.
half. We once again return to the Guardian website and our good friend Adrian Childs as we just ponder.
Childs or Childs?
Childs.
Okay, I thought it was Childs. Continue.
As we ponder over one of his many, many headlines that he has written for articles. We'll not give context to the article because
Okay.
where
Memorable
is the
news
fun
things.
in
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
I have one question for delivery drivers. What could that be?
Please stop shitting in my butt.
Question mark.
Why did you murder my wife?
Why did you
Please
murder
stop
my wife?
shitting in my butt, Lynn.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Right?
Where do you poop? In a butt, Lynn.
Why do you keep using my toilet?
Kind of close.
Okay.
You are kind of close.
Why?
I
do you
will not
piss
let
against
you
my
use.
house?
Yeah, I will not let you use my toilet.
Yeah, I have one question for delivery drivers. Do you need to use my toilet? But the thing is, when I read it, I phrased it as, do you need to use my toilet?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why are you always using my
why?
toilet?
I think I know what this might be in context to, because I remember it being kind of in the news of sorts about how little like delivery drivers used to keep like bottles, like empty plastic bottles in the thing because they
no.
They
just
just
weren't
don't
given.
get breaks.
Yeah, they
they
weren't
don't get
given breaks. They just have
So-
targets to hit and they have to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
So they just like have to piss in
yeah.
objects. Hopefully not in the box that you're being delivered, but yeah.
That's doggy.
Just a serious story there that I just perversed in my brain. That,
Do you
do you
need
need
to?
Do you really need to
Really?
follow through on your follow
My-
through?
Follow through.
You dirty bastard.
And that is going to do it for this very long episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast. I have been Andy.
I have been shitting in the butlins.
I've been bought Mexicans.
I've been fucking my boss.
And I've apparently been allergic to corned beef my entire life.
And before you go, please remember that this episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast is sponsored by razors, because that face is not going to shave itself, Sharon, you hairy bitch.
It's not going to shave its shell.
Shave
Shave
itself.
itself, Sharon.
Shave itself, Sean
Sharon,
Connery.
Stop shaving
you
yourself.
hairy bitch.
She is a hairy bitch.
And yeah, so until the next episode, we will see you later.
Beef.
Bye.
Speedo big bird come.
Speedo
big
big
bird
bird
come.
come.